Hi everyone, this is Robin Lindbeck, and I am going to be your instructor this semester for OLP 4431 5531 Workplace Leadership. I'm very excited about this semester. Those of you who have already had classes with me might know that leadership is one of my very favorite things in the world. I think it's critically important, and I'm excited that we're going to have a class where we can be talking about not just leadership, but the skills that go along with leadership. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I wanted to do was just give you a bit of an overview about the class. So as you know, this class is called Workplace Leadership, and there's really three different ways that we're going to be looking at leadership. We're going to be looking at leading ourselves, leading others, and leading the organization. And if you've had a chance to look at the syllabus, you'll see week by week that I have the class divided into these three chunks. Now, I should say before we go any further that this class is really a survey class. So we are going to be looking at leadership at the self, leading others, and leading organizations, but we could, of course, have multiple classes on each of these three different things. So we're going to be taking a surface look. We're going to go maybe 5 inches deep on each of these topics. Now, in addition to the three different views that we're taking of leadership, there's also 4 themes that are going to happen throughout this class. So the first theme, of course, is that you're going to learn content about leadership. So we're going to learn the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that leaders need. We're going to learn a little bit about organizations, and we're definitely going to spend time talking about what it means to be part of a team in an organization, and what the broader organizational political context is that we will be leading and following in. So first theme is we're going to be learning content. The second theme is that we're going to be applying this content. So this is not a theory class, this is an application class. And so you're going to be applying the content through assignments, of course. You're going to be applying the content through weekly activities, and we're going to be collaborating on several pieces of work throughout the semester. So these will all be ways that you can apply the content. Some of the content, some of the activities that you're going to have each week, you're going to take what you've learned and you're going to apply it in your real life. And so it doesn't matter if you're in a leadership role or not, but it's going to give you a chance to try it out, to kick the tires on some of these skills, and then to come back and discuss how it went. So the third theme is that you're going to be doing reflection in this class, and you're going to reflect on the content and the application for you as a leader, but you're also going to be reflecting on the content and the application as it applies to other people. So you might be, let's start with yourself, you might be in a leadership role right now, in which case, hopefully this is perfect timing for you. But even if you're not in a leadership role, the skills and competencies that you learn in this class are going to be really useful for you. Now, when we think about other people, it could be that you are in a role or that you hope to be in a role where you can help develop others in their leadership skills. Or it could be that you're a leader right now who has other leaders reporting to you, and you are in a perfect position to develop leaders. So we're going to be taking both of those views. How does this apply to ourselves, and how can we help develop this in others? And then finally, the fourth theme for this semester is going to be collaboration. We're going to learn together. Now, there are several opportunities that we're going to have to learn together, as I mentioned, through assignments and that sort of thing. But leadership itself is a collaborative activity. So that's why there is so much collaboration built into this class. And then finally, this isn't a theme as much as kind of an overarching thing, which is that I want to focus in this class on your long-term learning on leadership. So not just leadership for the next 17 weeks, but how can you continue beyond that to continue to develop yourself as a leader and continue to learn about leadership. And so I've made a few choices in the class in order to accomplish this. One is, you probably already know, there's no textbook for this class. And there's two reasons that there's no textbook. One is there's no textbook that I'm in love with for this class. So that's one reason. But the other reason is, without a textbook, it gives us the opportunity to do our learning from articles, from videos, from blog posts, from social media, from podcasts. So we're going to be able to connect with a lot of the information about leadership that is out there, available to you, and evolving day by day by day. And so what we're going to do as part of this class is put a system in place to help you connect to some of that content so that you'll use it as part of this class, but then you'll be in a position to continue to access this information on leadership beyond the class. The other thing that I wanted to mention, although there was no textbook, there are 2 case studies that you need to get. I mentioned this in an email that I sent out before the class started. These are available through Harvard Business School Publishing. It's what's referred to as a course pack. So basically, I've identified 2 case studies, and Harvard Business School Publishing has bundled them together into a course pack that you can download. The link to download it is in your syllabus. It costs $8.50. When you go online and buy it, it's immediately downloaded to your computer as a couple of PDFs. So as soon as you order it, you have it. You need this for week 3. So you've got 2 weeks to get your course packs. All right, so that's the big picture, but let's talk about what's happening this week. So before we talk about this week, sorry, I did want to just highlight a couple of things on our Moodle page. So this is a picture of our Moodle page. And you'll notice that at the very top, there's a section called General Information and Syllabus. And there's 3 things underneath that. One is Meet Dr. Robin, where, no surprise, you get to learn a little more about me. The second one is Meet the Teaching Assistant, Chandra Upreti. We're very lucky to have a teaching assistant this semester. Chandra graduated from the Workplace Training and Leadership program in December and is now a graduate student in the MBA and MHA program. So he has taken this class and will be able to offer a lot of insight. And then finally, there's the syllabus, which you should read in detail because there is a lot of useful information in there and because you're going to take a quiz on it this week. Now, the next section is called Announcements, Resources, and Questions. And the first 3 things here, you'll see the first one is announcement. So if there's something I want to communicate to all of you, I'll make an announcement. But then there's also this part called Assignments, Documents, and Google Doc links. So in here are, just as it sounds, assignments. So your big assignments for the semester, the assignment sheets are all in there. So you might want to go ahead and take a look at that sooner rather than later. But we're also going to be, as I mentioned, creating some collaborative work together. And I will be presenting those links week by week for the work that we're going to do together. But I know sometimes it's hard to remember which week those links were in. So I'm just going to capture those common links right here in the assignments, documents, and Google Doc links page. So I just wanted you to know that was there. And then I have another one called Resources and Other Tools, and I thought this would just be a good place for us to post anything we found related to leadership that we thought was cool. Now, the next 3 things, the last 3 things in this section, there's a forum called Ask Dr. Robin, and this is a great place for you to post questions that you want Chandra and I to be able to see sooner rather than later. If you post it in the forums, there's a chance that it's just going to get buried and we're not going to see it. The Malt Shop is a forum where you can post information or ask questions of everyone in the class. And then we do have some graduate students in this class, so I made a separate forum for them called the Graduate Student Meeting Place so that they can meet there and talk amongst themselves. And then you will see finally we have week 1, et cetera, all the way down to week 17. So this top part is going to stay put, and it's just the week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. that's going to change. All right, now let's talk about week 1. So here's what we're doing this week. It looks like a lot, but it's not so much because many of them are very quick. But this is really just a week to sort of get us organized and settled and get everything that we need in place so that we're ready to really hit the ground running next week. So the first thing is there's several learning activities that you're going to do. I'm asking you to read a bunch of information on the Moodle page. So certainly you're going to read the syllabus, you're going to read Meet Dr. Robin, you're going to read Meet the TA, etc., etc. I have a video that's optional for you called Watch Robin Goes Over the Syllabus. If this was a face-to-face class, I would probably start the first class by going over the syllabus. And so this is me going over the syllabus. I literally am just going page by page through the syllabus. So if reading the syllabus is good enough for you, then you don't have to watch this. If you would like to hear me talk about the syllabus and give a little bit of color commentary, then go ahead and watch this video. And then the other optional thing I mentioned a minute ago, you might want to go ahead and take a look at the assignment sheets for the major assignments this semester. They are in the forum called Assignments, Documents, and Google Doc Links. All right, those are the learning activities. Now here are the assignments for this week. The first thing I'd like you to do is to complete a brief anonymous pre-class survey. So this pre-class survey has 3 parts to it. The first part is I'm asking you to give me a sense of where your knowledge level is on some certain things related to leadership. I would like you to be honest. It's anonymous, so, no reason not to be completely honest. And the reason I'm asking for this is so that I can see the areas where you might have, as a group, might have more expertise or might have less expertise, because that's going to allow Chandra and I to tweak the class as we move forward. The second part of the pre-class survey is about optional video conference, face-to-face video conference meetings. As you know, this is a fully online asynchronous class, and I know many of you would rather be in a face-to-face class. So I'm giving the option, if you're interested, of maybe doing a few optional face-to-face video conferences. What we're going to do in those video conferences, we'll figure out later, but we could be talking about assignments, you could be asking questions, I could be covering some additional material, we could be doing some experiential activities, we could have guest speakers, but if you're interested in it, tell me you're interested in it. If you're not interested in it, tell me you're not interested in it, because I'm willing to do it, but if nobody's interested, I'm not going to spend any time on it. So this is more just temperature taking to see if people are interested, and then to see if people are interested, which day and time might be best for the most people. And then the final part of the pre-class survey is just asking you if there's basically anything else you want me to know about this semester in the class. So the whole pre-class survey will only take you 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. So it'll probably take you less time to do it than I just spent talking about it. All right, the second thing I want you to do is to complete a course information quiz. This is the syllabus quiz that I talked about earlier. So there's 6 questions, half a point each, so a total of 3 points for this quiz. And again, the point of this is just to make sure that you understand some of the key points from the syllabus. Next, I would like you to add a photo to your Moodle page. So some of you may already have photos, and that's great. But if you don't have a photo, I would like you to put one on here. And I would like this to be a photo of you. I'm sure your kids are cute and your dog is cute, and I know the mountains are beautiful and the fish that you caught is impressive. But this is our chance to get a little more insight as to you by seeing a photo of you, because we're all going to be together asynchronously online this semester. The next thing is to help create expectations for all of us for this semester. So in your syllabus on, I think it's page 8, have listed my expectations for you for this semester, my expectations of you. And I've also listed a few expectations that I think are reasonable for you to have of me. But it's not just my class. So it's not just up to me to come up with these expectations. It's up to all of us as a group to craft these expectations. So I have created a Google document where we are all going to contribute. You're welcome to contribute to my expectations of you. You're welcome to contribute to your expectations of me. I also have a place for you to add your expectations of yourself and your expectations of each other. So there are more than 50 people in this class. There are almost 60 people in this class. So 60 people working on one document, it's going to get big and it's going to get busy. So we'll do the best that we can to make sure that it's not too duplicative, and that we have some, a document by the end of Friday. This is due on Friday, Thursday. This is due the end of Thursday, where you have contributed to any or all of these categories. So you're not required to comment on each of these categories, but if you have something that you would like to add, this is your time to add it. What I will do then is at the end of the week, I will take these and consolidate them because there's going to be a lot of information there. And I will, as much as possible, honor all of your expectations. You may have expectations that are not possible. You may have as an expectation, for example, that you don't have to do any work in this class. That's not going to happen. But as much as possible, I'm going to honor the expectations that you have. I will, as I said, consolidate them and put them in the syllabus so that we know how it is we're going to be behaving with each other this semester. All right. We are going to get started on an exercise. This is the best leader, worst leader exercise, and there's more information in this on the framework. We're going to create some information this week that we then are going to use for an activity next week. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to start identifying leadership journals and leadership blogs from credible sources. So as we go through the semester, you'll see one of your assignments is to create annotated bibliographies. And so you're going to be reading journals that have as their primary focus leadership, or you're going to be reading blogs that are about leadership. And so what we're going to do is, as a class, we're going to create a Google document where we list the leadership journals that we have found useful. And we're going to create another Google document where you list the leadership blogs that we have found useful. And so this is going to be something that we contribute to throughout the semester, but it's going to be a really great resource for everybody in class, because even though each of you might contribute, 4 or 5 or 6 items to the journal and blog document, everyone in class is going to be doing that. So what we're going to have is a really extensive document of resources that we can use to read about leadership. And then last but not least, we have some discussion forums. So the first discussion forum is for you to introduce yourself. And then I have 2 discussion forums where I'm asking for your thoughts about the class. So I have one where I ask what you're excited about for this semester and why, and another where I ask what you're nervous or concerned about for this semester and why. So I would like you to contribute to at least one of those 2 forums. You're welcome to contribute to both, but you are only required to contribute to one. So that's what we're doing this week. It's, like I said, it seems like a lot, but many of these things don't take very much time at all. So that's what we're doing. Just before we leave, I want to let you know this information is also in the syllabus, but if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. The very, very best way to reach me is via email. You are welcome to call my office phone. I'm not there very much, so you probably won't reach me. There's my cell phone, but the very best way is to send me an email and we'll take it from there. If you want to connect with me, here's my LinkedIn and Twitter information. So I am looking forward to working with all of you this semester. If you have any questions on anything, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I will see you online.